Hi, I'm Dr. Eugene O'Loughlin and welcome to my series of problem-solving techniques lessons. In this lesson, we're going to take a look at cost-benefit analysis. So what are our objectives? At the end of this lesson, you should be able to do the following. First, define what is meant by a cost-benefit analysis. Then we want to know when to use a cost-benefit analysis and figure out how to calculate a cost-benefit ratio. And then finally use this to make a decision based from a financial point of view. Cost-benefit analysis is part of Section 3, decision making, and within this section you can see that we have 4 problem-solving techniques, and cost-benefit analysis is the third of these problems. Let's start out with our inspirational quote. This one comes from Dan Ariely, who is an American professor and author in behavioral economics, and he once wrote, "None of us always makes the best financial decisions." So it's not an easy thing to do, but a cost-benefit analysis is a technique that helps us make a decision purely from a financial point of view. Clearly, there are other ways to make decisions, but if we want to know the cost and the benefit, this is the tool to use. So cost-benefit analysis is a relatively simple to use tool and will help us decide which of 2 or more solutions makes the most sense from purely a financial point of view. Cost-benefit analysis is thought to have originated from Jules Dupuy, a French man from the middle of the 19th century who was working on some public works in France, and he worked out some costs and benefits, and that's where we hope and think that it came from. So it is a relatively simple to use tool, so let's start to take a look. When should we use it? Well, it's widely used and relatively easy to decide whether to make a change or to make a decision. So we estimate the costs associated with the potential benefits of implementing a proposed solution or solutions. It's very useful when several options need to be evaluated from a financial impact. And as I say, there will be other reasons for making decisions, but this is purely from a financial point of view. The final selection should return the greatest overall benefit for the incurred cost, and often this can also be used to verify the cost effectiveness of a solution after it has been implemented. So it's a financial decision-making tool. So in the simplest form, which is the form we're considering in this lesson, cost-benefit analysis is carried out using only financial costs and financial benefits. And so, for example, when we're calculating costs, we use actual labour and material rates. And a cost-benefit ratio then is a very simple calculation. Once we've calculated all the benefits of a solution and the cost of the solution, we just divide the benefits by the costs. That gives us our cost-benefit ratio. So clearly we will be looking for values of at least 1 or more for the cost-benefit ratio, and then we can work this out for different solutions and compare the cost-benefit ratio and choose the higher one. So in a cost-benefit analysis for things like the cost, let's say we're thinking of getting some new software for our organization. Well, on the cost side, there's the actual price of the software, but there'll also be cost of installation, probably cost in user training, and there will be an annual maintenance cost. So these are all the things to consider, not just the price of the software. The benefits can be a little bit harder to calculate, but there could be a more efficient business process and more efficient staff, better information for our customers, and better data management and security. So 3 simple solutions here. Let's take a look at them from a cost-benefit analysis approach. Solution A has a total cost of €10,000. Now that's the lowest cost, so that's obviously something we would be interested in. And then if I jump to solution C, we can see at €23,000, that's the highest benefit. But if we look carefully at the cost-benefit ratio calculations, we can see that solution B offers us the best cost-benefit ratio of 1.27. It's higher than 1.20 for solution A and 1.115 for solution C. So based on a purely financial view, even though it does not have the lowest cost and it does not have the highest benefit, the cost-benefit ratio points us towards selecting solution B. Now let's take a look at a more elaborate example here. Here I have, on the left-hand side in the blue-grey colour, costs and benefits for a project to implement, say, a new sales system in our organisation. And I've got 2 quotes, the blue one here on the left and the brown one here, or pink coloured one here on the right hand side. Now, the items in each side are exactly the same, but the costs and the benefits are different. So we're looking at two different quotes here, and with all these figures here, it's hard to tell straight out which one is to use. So you can see I need some technology, laptops and cables and servers and licenses and so on. We've got the quantities for each, the price of each from the supplier, and then the totals and costs, and the total cost for the blue supplier is €229,000 and €20. Now that is a higher cost than the supplier on the right hand side is quoting us. So the supplier on the left hand side is more expensive, and so therefore based on costs alone we would be tempted to choose the supplier on the right hand side. So it's the same items, same quantities, but different individual prices, therefore leading to a different overall cost. So there's not much difference, around about €19,000 per €18,000 difference in the price there. But when we come to the benefits, the blue supplier is offering us total benefits of €311,500, which is considerably higher than the benefits being offered by the brown supplier here on the right hand side of €253,500. So when we work out then the cost-benefit ratio, which is dividing the benefits by the costs, we can see that the cost-benefit ratio for the left-hand side, the blue supplier, is 1.36. So that's good news in itself because it is a value greater than 1. The cost-benefit ratio for the brown supplier here on the right is 1.20. That's also a good figure because it is a value of greater than 1. But we can see that the ratio for the blue supplier outweighs the ratio for the brown supplier. Therefore, based on financial information alone, we would choose the supplier here on the left-hand side because it offers us a much better cost-benefit ratio. As I say, there will be other factors to take into consideration here as well, such as timing and when the project can be done and started and how long it's going to take and so on. But we're just looking at the finance figures here. So I'm going to get you to do an assignment on this project for this lesson, and it's a fictitious construction project. More details in the assignment section itself, but option A is going to be a project to build 300 apartments, and option B is a project to build 200 apartments. And I'm going to get you to decide which of these two projects should be selected based on a financial return. So I'm going to provide you with costs and benefits. So you will have some calculations to do, and then overall to calculate the cost-benefit ratio for each project, and then use this information to make a decision. So in summary, cost-benefit analysis allows us to gives us a solution to make the most sense from a financial point of view. So which solution are we going to choose? A cost-benefit ratio then can be used to decide which solution should be proceeded with. We go with the higher cost-benefit ratio. And finally, our last selection should return the greatest overall benefit for the incurred cost. So cost-benefit ratio in a simple form is very, very basic. I hope you found this problem-solving technique useful. Thank you for your attention.